It's time for Inside the L, the podcast covering all things LaSalle athletics and taking you behind the scenes. And now, here's your host, Ed LeFurge.
What's up, Explorers fans? That's right, you are listening to Inside the L, the podcast. Welcome everybody back to this edition. It's episode 12 already. I can't believe it. It's about to be April, folks. We started this back in September, and we've been going strong ever since. We appreciate all the support from everybody. Go ahead, find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. All you got to do is search LaSalle Athletics. Leave a review, like it, comment, all that good stuff. We appreciate the support. We got a fun one today. We're going to talk to Karle Linden. She is a senior center defender on our women's water polo program, our nationally ranked women's water polo program in just their 5th year as a program. Really excited to hear what Karle has to say about the journey from, being one of the folks on this program once it started early on, and they're doing really good things now. So excited to talk to her. And then on our Alumni Spotlight, presented by iPipeline, we're going to talk to Summer Pierson. She is an athletic trainer over at St. Joe's, which is unfortunate that it's St. Joe's, but we're proud of Summer. She's a 2018 graduate of our field hockey program, played field hockey here for us. Now she's an athletic trainer. It's National Athletic Training Month. So shout out to our awesome 4 athletic trainers, Nina Kaufman, Megan Rose, Sarah Unger, and Kennedy Van Eycken. We appreciate you guys, especially this year, through all the craziness that we have dealt with. So like the constant testing and taking care of athletes, like we couldn't have done it without you guys. So special shout out to you. We appreciate you. The students appreciate you. So really happy about that. Today's episode, it is brought to you by our friends at Therapest. You got something you got to get out of here, get it removed. Therapest to help you out. We're going to jump right into things with Karle Linden. Karle, thanks so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about water polo today, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, you guys are really off to a really good start to this season. And, you began the season with a huge double overtime win over number 21 Bucknell for the first victory over a ranked team in program history. What was that game like? Walk me through that.
So, yeah, it was our first game of the season, and I just remember everyone was super excited. And it was a game that I think we felt prepared for, and it was a long time coming as an Explorer. It's always great to beat a seeded team, so especially one that your coach's daughter plays for. So I know there was a lot of text being sent before the game and stuff, but it certainly felt good to get that win under our belt, and again against a great team. So yeah, it was a great competition, and coming out with the win just felt like, my 3 years here at LaSalle, and I'm in my 4th season, and everything really just came together. So it was awesome.
Yeah, that win helped you guys taking your first ever national ranking, as the Explorers are currently number 24. How neat is that to be a part of?
It's incredible, honestly. I think as a senior, you always look at the rankings, and to see your school pop up on there and you're a part of that is just such a gratifying feeling to know I, did something at my time during my time here. So it's been great to be number 24, and I'm hoping that we can continue to climb that list and improve as the season unfolds.
With this being only year 5 of the program and LaSalle starting to be recognized on the national level, how much does that say about the work that you and your teammates are putting in on a daily basis?
I think that honestly speaks volumes. I mean, me and Maddie Martinez are the kind of like the original 2 that are still here. And we constantly look at each other and we're like, we see it, like it's all coming together. And I think at the start of the year, the captains as a whole had a conversation about what we thought this year was going to look like. And I can honestly say it was smiles from all of us, because we knew that we not only had a great group of girls in the pool, but outside of the pool. So I think that has really led to our success. We all come from different water polo backgrounds, but it really has allowed us to have a mutual respect for one another and compete in the pool.
And so obviously with last season ending short because of COVID and this year kind of being uncertain about what exactly were we going to get to play, were we not going to play, what was that going to look like? How much does that really play a role in you guys kind of going out and having that attitude towards it?
Yeah, I think it plays a huge role. I know for me, I was constantly hoping that this season was even going to happen. So, kind of having that, you kind of have to look at the season as an opportunity. And even though we still are getting tested daily and taking the um, correct COVID precautions, it's given us kind of a fire to do well and to, move past this pandemic. And I think we're just all super grateful, and it really puts it into perspective that at a moment's notice, the season can be taken away from you. So, you really want to play every game like it's your last. I think that was one of the takeaway messages from the graduating class last year is none of us knew it was our last game for the season. So really that's how you should be playing every game because in a matter of 24 hours, your entire season could be gone. So I think everyone just plays their heart out every game. And again, it's leading to great success overall.
We talked about the hard work that you and your teammates have put in, but Coach Hyam I imagine plays a role in some of this. He came in 2019 and won MAC Coach of the Year in his rookie campaign. What's it been like playing for him, and kind of what's his demeanor been like to kind of push you ladies?
Yeah, I think being here for Tom's career, I've really seen a change in his coaching style, and I think it's great. I think he's really grown, but he's kind of just like our number one supporter and always sets the bar high at practice for us to perform. So I think the constant motivation and just cheering us on has really given us a mentality of like we're unstoppable. If our coach believes in us, if our team believes in us, then we're not going to beat ourselves. And so I think he's had a significant impact on the program. And I also think he creates an environment of competitiveness. Even at practice, we have this thing called like a gold star. So the coach gives gold stars out every day to players that did something great in practice. So I think that kind of environment allows us to push ourselves each and every day. And Coach Tom really facilitates that. And I'm happy to be a part of his time at LaSalle.
The team has opened conference play this past weekend with a 19-10 win over VMI and currently sits 6-2 overall. What's the outlook for the rest of the season? You guys got a tough conference schedule, a couple ranked teams on there. What are you guys hoping to do?
I think our ultimate goal is to be MAC champions.
Sure.
We've said it for a couple years now that that's something on our list. And before it was our stretch goal, if you want to call it that. But being here this year, I definitely think it's a super attainable goal. So that's our main goal. But yeah, we definitely have some other teams that are great in the conference, and it's going to be a journey getting there. But hopefully we can prevail, and all the hard work that we put in so far is going to help us in the end to get to what we want to achieve.
With it being Women's History Month, you're playing a key role in the history of developing this program. It's only year 5. What does that mean to you?
Thanks for asking, and it's a great question. I think when I looked at LaSalle originally, I saw it as a school of opportunity, and I really just was excited to start a program and be a part of a new program. So I think it's been great, being it's in its 5th year program, but I'm glad to be a part of that. And, hopefully one day my kids and my family can look back and say that, you were the start of this program and the start of opportunity for women in athletics. So I'm just really fortunate for this opportunity. And, I hope to see more opportunities like this come out for women, because it is really great and it's been a life-changing experience for me. So hopefully this just provides future women opportunities that I was afforded. And yeah.
Well, we are super proud of you and your team here in the athletic department, and we're really excited to see how the rest of your season shakes out. And hopefully, we'll be cheering you on as you're winning a MAC championship.
Thank you. We're really excited as well, and we appreciate your support.
That's Karle Linden, senior center defender on the women's water polo team. Really exciting stuff going on with that group. Ranked 24th in the nation, first time in program history. We're going to take a quick break, get some words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back for our Alumni Spotlight with Summer Pierson. She's a field hockey alum and current athletic trainer over at St. Joseph's. It's Athletic Training Month. Got to show some love to our ATs out there. I'm Ed LeFurge. We'll be right back. Sports are back, and at LaSalle, they truly are something special. And boy, come game day, we take it to the next level. Fans are locked in, wearing their finest blue and gold. But it's only a real game day at LaSalle when you have done one more thing. Break out the Hers. Dial up the crunch with Hers Pub Pretzels. Going for the snack win doesn't get easier or tastier. You break out the crunchy dip receiver with Hers Ridge chips. Both go perfectly with cheering on the Explorers to the last second. Game time, halftime, overtime, it's your time to break out the Hers.
Building a great team takes many years of practice. I'm Dennis Pagliotti, and at the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 1 of Pennsylvania, Delaware, we've been practicing since 1865. Check us out at bac-1.org. That's bac-1.org.
The men and women of IBEW Local Union 98 support LaSalle University and the Explorers. From the time of Tom Gola to Lionel Simmons, and to this day, the members of Local 98 have provided the electrical, wiring, and network needs for LaSalle. For more information, look us up online at ibew98.org. Welcome back to Inside the L, the podcast. It's time for our Alumni Spotlight presented by our friends over at iPipeline. We have Summer Pierson. She's a 2018 graduate with a degree in nutrition and currently works as an athletic trainer over at St. Joe's. Boo! That's okay. We're happy for Summer that she's out and working. But Summer, thanks for joining the podcast. How are things going?
Thanks, Ed, for having me. Things are going great right now, currently.
Yeah.
With all things being said, all things considered.
Sure. Let's jump right into things. Talk to me a little bit about your time at LaSalle and how that's helped propel you to where you are today.
Oh, good old LaSalle. I was a 4-year, obviously, in undergrad. My bachelor's was in nutrition, and I had a minor in psychology. I was a student athlete there, and I played field hockey, and I absolutely loved my experience. I still think about it probably every single day, how much it's helped me as a professional and a young woman as I am now. And I'm very thankful for my opportunity there. I learned a lot as a student, and then also as a student athlete, just being super competitive and keeping that drive as a student athlete in my sport, obviously, and then with academics, it's helped me get to where I am now.
So what was, it's National Athletic Training Month. So thank you for what you do for your student athletes.
Thanks.
We thought it would be fitting to have you on and talk about your journey to becoming an AT. You know, when did you first know that this is what you wanted to do?
So actually, when I was in high school, I was super interested in athletic training. I thought it was super unique. It's a very different setting in the healthcare field.
Mm-hmm.
As a healthcare professional, it's very different and unique from like PT or physician's assistant or being a physician, chiropractor even. And I loved athletics at the time in high school. And I actually, a little bit of my time was spent at the athletic training club that they had at my high school. And I did that. So I knew I was always interested in healthcare. I knew that I loved healthcare. But I also knew that I really liked athletics too. So I wanted to figure out a way to put it all together. when I was looking for universities to play at, I was a little bit more of an athlete than a student at some point. I chose the best fit university and program for me at the time, which was LaSalle. Thank God, because it was the best experience of my life. But then I kind of went on a undecided, more healthcare field. I was thinking nursing at the time because I was like, oh, that's healthcare. Like, I'll definitely love that. I'll excel at that. All of my I have a lot of family as who are nurses and physicians and doctors. So I could fit into that. So I did a whole year in that. And I just was like, I don't think that's what I want to be. I respect nurses. I think it's a great career and I definitely feel like I could do it, but I really have a passion for athletic training. Like, I loved it in high school. There's got to be a way that I can do it. Mm-hmm. So I decided I reached out to the athletic trainers at LaSalle, and they gave me the opportunity my junior year. So this was like sophomore year where I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I really have no clue. And a lot of my teammates and roommates actually at the time, like, helped me, like, shout out to them. They helped me get to where I am today. And faculty, really, like my adjunct, like my professors and my advisor, they all helped me, which was great. Like, that's awesome to hear, from
definitely
the athletics and academics side of things. So I had finally been like, okay, well, let's be a student worker. I'm going to work in the athletics department with the athletic trainers and see how it goes. And I totally loved it. And that's where it kind of brought me. And the experience with the athletic trainers there just helped me decide that's my passion. That's where I'm going to go for a professional career. So then I decided to go to Westchester University. I just got my master's, graduated in 2020 as a athletic trainer, and I passed my BOC in a pandemic, and I got a temporary AT job at St. Joe's, and I'm here, and also, actually, to add, I'm a massage therapist too. I had the opportunity to go back to school, and I'm finishing up my program and actually taking my boards exam tomorrow for that. So it's just all kind of brought together, and I'm hoping to integrate my nutrition and psychology degree from LaSalle into everything, and hopefully be a great professional for my student athletes or my patients wherever I end up working.
Well, congratulations on graduation and passing your boards, and good luck
Thanks.
on your other tests that you got coming up tomorrow.
Thanks. I can't believe it.
That's a really cool story, to hear that, like, you had some interest in it. You kind of were in that undecided phase that I think a lot of students, and probably student athletes too, go through their first, year or two of college. But that opportunity for you to work in the AT department at LaSalle really helped you, solidify this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah, and it's difficult, I think. Like, when you first get in, it's the expectation to go to college. And if you're really great at athletics, like, awesome, like, you have the opportunity to play. But I think a lot of student athletes get stuck in this. I mean, speaking for myself, I don't know about others, but I think that a lot of athletes and students in general just have a difficult time deciding what they want to do. And it's that point in life where you're kind of like a sophomore, freshman even, like, you're like, oh, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I don't know if this is what I want to do. And that's the point where you take a step back and you're like, I think I do. Like, let me just kind of go with where life takes me, Yeah.
I think so many of our student athletes that I have the opportunity to talk with, or some of our alums, like, athletics is such a big part of their life that they want to find a way to keep it in their life, but they know they can't sit and play forever. So, I'm glad that you were able to find athletic training as a way to, still be around college athletics and give you that opportunity.
Yeah.
JRM Supplier Consulting strategic services include competitive sourcing analysis, development of supplier contracts, contract negotiations, supplier contract management, and relationship building. We will help you establish procurement methodologies and utilize best practices for competitive sourcing event development and management. We provide experiential benefits for HR, finance, accounting, marketing, IT, supply chain, sales operations, and legal. For more information, visit us online at jrmsupplierconsulting.com.
Since 1974, Sheeran Environmental Design has provided the highest quality landscape design and build services at the most cost-effective prices. Located in Plymouth Meeting and 4 regional offices throughout the greater Delaware Valley, Chiron Environmental Design is prepared to offer professional design, build, and maintenance services to address a wide range of landscape design needs. Chiron maintains specialty divisions in golf, sports, civil engineering, and interiors. To learn more, check us out today at chirondesign.com.
LaSalle fans, are you looking for something to get embroidered or imprinted? If so, let Campus Clothes help you get the look. Whether your team is in the corporate office or on the athletic field, Campus Clothes can supply your team with all its needs. Choose from a variety of t-shirts, uniforms, fleeces, polo shirts, and jackets. Visit us on the web at campusclothes.com. That's campusclothes.com. Or give us a call at 215-357-0892. That's 215-357-0892. Looking good is the first step to playing well. Campus Clothes. Get the look. Not only is it Athletic Training Month, but it's also Women's History Month. What does this month mean to you, knowing that you're making an impact on young women every day in what you do?
Well, I hope I'm making an impact on young women every day. To be honest, as a woman myself, I try and be more on the positive side and use good vibes as my philosophy almost. And a lot of times I try and spread that into helping make females or younger females make decisions. I was a coach for a little bit during my time at doing my master's. I was a field hockey coach. And a lot of the times, I would recognize these young women who are going through very similar situations that I did when I was younger. And it's almost like you gotta talk to them and make them realize that everyone goes through very similar situations. And I think a lot of the times, as females, we kind of take a lot on us. And me personally, as a professional with student athletes, and then when I was a coach, I always try my hardest to continue to spread those good vibes, positive vibes, and keep everyone going in the same direction. Like you're successful, you've got this, constantly pumping everyone up, really, and then helping them with decisions about their care, as an injured athlete, or even just prevention wise. Sure. So as a female, I try my hardest to continue to, spread what I know to younger individuals, and then also learn from all of the ones that I have that are older than me, that are my role model, and also just females I look up to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, so I know for me personally, the reason that I do what I do is a big part of it is the mentoring aspect. And that sounds a little bit like what you're saying right there. Is that mentor aspect? Is that part of being an AT for you?
I think so. And I don't think it's necessarily just females. I think also I try and help where I can with males. Obviously, I can't relate to them as well as I can with females, but a lot of the times I try and be a role model, and I try and be a mentor if it's needed, and I try and be the best person that I can be myself.
Well, listen, we're super proud of you here at LaSalle, and we're excited to hear that you're doing big things. And we know once we have games again, you'll be back and hanging out out at DaVinci Field, watching us play some field hockey. But before we wrap up, I just have to ask you, and I know you're wearing a LaSalle sweatshirt right now, but does it pain you to have to wear the Hawk logo, being a LaSalle grad?
I was gonna wear it, and then I was like, you know what? I have to wear my LaSalle field hockey shirt and all of my LaSalle gear. I have to, because LaSalle is I love LaSalle. I think about LaSalle every single day. I tell my athletes at St. Joe's, and they're like, how could you say that? And I'm like, well, that's what happens when you have a great opportunity and wonderful days every single day. And I do tell them when we play LaSalle, I was at a women's basketball game, and I told the girls, I was like, secretly I have a LaSalle shirt under here, under this stage, and they're like, no, are you kidding? So, and I do it with all of the spring and fall sports that are in season now too. They get riled up, but it's all good fun. I don't really wear the LaSalle t-shirt underneath, but whatever, they don't know. You know,
as long as
doesn't hurt them.
Yeah, as long as you stay true to your roots and you know where home is. So
Yeah,
listen,
I do. Don't you worry. I know.
Good. Summer, thanks so much for giving us some time and joining us here on the podcast.
Yes, thanks for having me, Ed. Go Explorers.
That was Summer Pierson, a 2018 graduate from the field hockey program. She's currently an athletic trainer over at St. Joe's, at other school in Philly down the street in the Atlantic 10. But we're really proud of her and everything that she's doing over there and representing the field hockey program well. Big shout out to Karle Linden from our women's water polo program, who joined us earlier. We thank everybody for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you again in a few weeks. I'm Ed LeFurge. Stay safe, folks.
Thanks for listening to Inside the L, the podcast. Go Explorers!
In today's economy, good financial advice is critical. That's why it's important to work with a team of dedicated financial advisors committed to listening to you, understanding your concerns, and helping you make sure all aspects of your financial life are aligned. At Crow Wealth Management at UBS Financial Services, we strive to provide advice tailored to your individual circumstances and all you'd like your wealth to achieve. Talk to us about how we can help you embrace your financial future with confidence. Reach out to Chris Crow at 609-677-2243.
It's time to get a health plan that's perfect for times like this. A plan that has you covered for free doctor visits 24/7 with telemedicine and more. Get the plan more people choose than any other. Call 1-855-251-3131 today to get an Independence Blue Cross plan.
Peter Bucksbaum founded Philadelphia Mortgage Company with one goal in mind: to help people make smarter, better informed financial decisions when looking to purchase a home. With 40 years of experience and well over 10,000 clients served, PMC is committed to providing financial solutions and guiding individuals through the mortgage process. For your mortgage need, call Peter Bucksbaum at 215-740-8999 or visit philadelphiamortgage.com.